Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Borderlands 3 video. Well, today we have some really cool news for everybody that enjoys Borderlands 3. It seems that not only are we getting a new Mayhem mode, but we both have an in-depth view of Amara's skill tree as well as Flax skill tree. Yeah, as you see it right here, we're getting Mayhem mode 2 coming with the new DLC. Now, the new DLC is called the Designer's Cut, and it is launching on November 10th for Borderlands 3, available as part of the Season Pass number 2, or you can also get this for individual purchase. Now, this new add-on gives you a whole new access to the new Mayhem mode number 11, as well as the new Arms Race mode and additional skill tree for each new Vault Hunter. Today, we're going to focus on Amara. Amara is one of our first and beloved Vault Hunters. So we're going to look at our skill tree for Amara. We're going to break down each one of her skills. But first off, let's head over to our Borderlands.com website, and I'll be leaving a link down below so you can check this out yourself. Let's have a look at what they have to say for Amara's Enlightened Force skill tree. Now, her action skill, Phase Flare. When using Amara's Enlightened Force skill tree, the entire galaxy is in your personal bowling alley for those opposing you and your soon-to-be annihilated pins. Now, first off, freeze anyone foolish enough to get in your way with Cairo elemental effects, which round out Amara's toolkit of natural abilities. She can affix to her action skills, then knock their blocks off by using the Phase Flare action skill, which creates an orb of pure elemental energy you can push around and detonate using melee attacks. The orb constantly damages any enemies nearby, but its full potential comes from the damage it does colliding with targets like a lethal bowling ball. Up until now, Amara has had Fire and Forget action skills, but with the new Phase Flare, she's capable of even more damage when properly managing the skills, says Grammy. Now, this also opens up a whole new set of action skills, active anointments that previously hadn't synergized too well with her other skills. Now, those who master Phase Flare and also pair it with the right gear will be able to bounce around the battlefield like a siren possessed, slaughtering enemies by slamming an energy orb to and fro. Now, the passive abilities in the Enlightened Force skill tree also help you maximize your elemental damage and slows down enemies so they have no hope of outrunning your Phase Flare. Here are some highlights. Trust in yourself, a huge boon when Amara wants to fight up close and personal. Whenever an enemy breaks Amara's shield, she gains increased reload speeds, charge speeds, and weapon speeds, with double bonuses if her shield was broken by a melee attack. Also, Combo Breaker makes it so that killing an enemy with melee damages reduces Amara's remaining action skill cooldown by half. When combined with the boosted melee damage effect from other passive, you can chain together skills almost non-stop. And Clear the Mind is a must-have skill for tougher enemies. You need to freeze, burn, or electrocute or poison in a hurry. After killing an enemy, Amara attacks ignore all elemental resistance for a short time. Now, this does not override elemental immunities, however. Now, further down the Enlightened Force skill tree, you can gain access to more action skills that put a new spin on Phase Flare's signature orb. For instance, heal your allies with the Glow Up action skill that can grant an instant second wind if you smack it into a down teammate. So there you have it. That is what is being reported at Borderlands.com. I'll be leaving a link down below. But right now, we're going to have a look at each of one of Amara's ability up close and personal so you can have a better feel of what you're going to get with the next new DLC. Let's start off with trusting yourself. Whenever an enemy breaks Amara's shield, she gains increased reload speed, charge speed, and weapon swap speed for a short time. This effect is double if Amara's shield is broken by a melee attack. Current effect, as you can see right here, we have plus 20 on the reload speed, plus 40% on the charge speed, and weapon swap speed is plus 80 Ooh, 80%, that's a lot. Duration 24 seconds, pretty nice. Next up we have No Mistaken in Nature. Whenever Amara inflicts a status effect on an enemy, she gains increased melee damage for a short time. Current effect, melee damage 13%, duration 12 seconds. And then the next rank, as you can see, melee damage at 26% and 12 seconds. Next up we have Heavy Rain. Amara weapon gains increased projectile speed and splash damage. As you can see, the current effects is projectile speed 70% and splash damage 35%. This is looking like a really good skill tree. Alright, next up we have Cohort. It converts Amara action skill to Cairo damage. So they say think snow, so we got snowy effect and Cairo abilities going. The next ability we're going to have a look at is Ebb and Flow. Whenever Amara kills the enemy with a melee attack, she gains a portion of the damage dealt back as health. Have life still 21%, that is awesome. Unweave the Rainbow is next. Amara deals bonus damage of her Attune Elemental whenever she deals melee damage or splash damage to frozen enemies. Bonus damage 33% of damage health. That is cool. Alright, next up we have some very cool abilities. Let's zoom in on it. Go with the flow. Whenever Amara freezes an enemy, she gains increased movement speed and weapon damage for a short time. Plus 7%, plus 3% movement speed and gun damage. That's going to stack 3 times, so she is starting to look like Flak, which is amazing. And then we have Glow Up. Instead of dealing splash damage to enemies, Amara's orb grants nearby allies health. Regeneration. Amara may also press whatever keybind you want while near that orb and send it to a down ally, granting them a second win. You got nice impact damage, healing, duration for 34 seconds. That is nice. Next up we have Shooting Star. Amara summons an orb of elemental energy that deals constant elemental damage to nearby enemies. Pressing whatever key binding you want near that orb causes it to fly towards an enemy and damage them, which also increases the amount of overall damage the orb deals to enemies. Additionally, the elemental orb continually fires elemental projectiles at the last enemy Amara is damaged. Pressing whatever key binding you want causes that orb to return to Amara. So she have a nice little orb, little buddy right there. She can send out and attack enemies, send it back. Got nice impact damage, area damage. Duration for 26 seconds, cooldown for 44 seconds. Man, this tree is looking amazing for Amara. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. There's a select group of YouTubers that have got their hands on that, so look for those videos. They're out right now. Next up we have Combo Breaker. Killing enemy with melee damage has a chance to reset Amara's action skill cooldown. Nice effect. 20% chance for that reset. We also have Expedite. Whenever Amara kills an enemy with her action skill, she gains increased action skill cooldown rate until she activates her last action skill. Amazing. Next up, Burn Both Ends. After activating her action skill, Amara gains increased threat for a short time, drawing the attention of all enemies in a huge radius. Whenever Amara is dealt damage by an enemy, she gains increased damage for a short time. This effect stacks. And as you can see right here, it is maxed out. We're getting plus 5% extra damage. Max stacks 15, duration 8 seconds. Next up, Joyful Freedom. After activating her action skill, Amara gains increased melee damage for a short time, plus 14% melee damage, duration 12 seconds. Next up, we have Light Fantastic. Amara summons an orb of elemental energy that deals constant elemental damage to nearby enemies. Whenever Amara damages an enemy, the elemental orb automatically travels to that enemy. Whenever Amara kills an enemy, the elemental orb gains increased damage by pressing whatever keybind you want, causes that orb to return to Amara. Nice impact damage, area damage, duration for 24 seconds, cooldown 44 seconds. Next up, Body and Mind. Kill skill. Amara, a melee attack deals bonus splash damage for a short time. Got splash damage on there for nice 12-second duration. And then we have Free the Soul. Kill skill. Whenever Amara kills a frozen enemy, splinters fly out from the enemy and home into the nearby enemies, dealing Cairo damage. This skill has a short cooldown. Nice damage on there, as well as cooldown effect. Next up we have Ant-Man. Amara gains increased skill damage. Skill damage plus 27%. And then last but not least, Kill skill. Called Clear the Mind. Kill skill. After killing an enemy, Amara ignore enemies' elemental damage resistance for a short time. This does not affect elemental immunity, and the duration is 8 seconds. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the full breakdown of Amara's new skill tree. We also have one for Flak too, so if you would like to see that right here at Karpo Gaming, by all means, please let me know down below in the comments. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you truly enjoyed it. Right here at Karpo Gaming, I upload a wide variety of videos ranging from a whole bunch of different games, news, videos, topics, glitch, tricks, tips, videos, and a whole lot more. So once again, I hope you truly enjoyed it. Hope you and your family is having a wonderful day. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.